Hi, my name's Kevin Good. I'm the co-founder and CEO of MetaLearner. We are a forecasting and inventory intelligence provider. We connect into existing data sources, Excel sheets, databases, ERPs. We extract, clean the data, do very accurate machine learning based forecasting, and then take those very accurate forecasts to help companies make better inventory decisions. So this is an example of what the UI would actually look like when you logged into the platform. So we've intentionally tried to not make this a data dump, but really give you the key things that you might want to focus on as a planner. So we can see here, for example, that orange juice has about 10 days of cover and the supplier lead time is about 7 days. So it's not a stock out yet, but it's something we might want to monitor. So we can actually take action directly in here, change the order quantities, which I'll get into. And then we're also looking at things like forecasting anomalies. So we can see the bacon strips here, the forecast is about 89% below trend. So we might want to figure out why that is. So you can have the agent, go in, summarize it for you. And it looks like John Doe made this edit and there was no reason logged. So we'll also look into that one. Moving on to the actual forecasting side. So MetaLearner uses feature-based forecasting where we use tens of thousands of different features. These can be statistical, time series, other products. It could be weather-related effects. It could be external factors. But we have our agent essentially pick and choose which are most predictive of this particular SKU. So we do this for, potentially thousands of different SKUs. They will each have their own model, their own demand curve, and then we will give you the breakdown of what's driving that forecast. So we really wanted to bring home the explainability here. So we have all these different categories. We could look at external factors. We can ask why that is. Very easy to understand why a forecast is what it is. Demand shaping is where you would actually, if you wanted to make manual adjustments to each individual forecast. So within here, you can see what it is. You can see some metrics such as who are your top 10 customers, things like that. You can also add business context. So if you know there's going to be a promotion or a discount and you want to manually incorporate that, you can do that here. You can select a lift pattern, and then it'll give you a summary of what that'll mean for the forecast. You can also do this all with the agent, so you can just type in manually. It'll automate the actual process of incorporating that into your forecast. Historical data is all of your products, forecasts, actuals, error rates. We want to make it very easy to download this into Excel, make it very interoperable with other tools. And forecast admin, if you want to, include items in forecasting, if you want to take them away. We've also incorporated, you might have new SKUs that don't have a lot of data. So you can actually use reference products and it will use a very similar demand curve to what you've selected as your reference product until there's enough data to do proper forecasting. Once you have accurate forecasting, you can do very much better inventory management. So here is kind of our inventory overview. We have service levels, days on hand, stock out risk, value by category. And we also have each individual distribution center, how much product is there, what SKUs, and how much on hand. Order execution is where it all comes together. So this is the system's final recommendation on how much of each SKU you should order for which location. So this is where, it really takes into account everything, the forecasting, the volatility, and then you can adjust these manually. You can ask why. So why did it select, this specific product? But this is exactly, what the system would recommend. And then lastly is scenario planner. So, we don't just stop at giving a forecast. We want to look at various different volatility scenarios and really show the different trade-offs between things like service level and working capital. So you can select different volatility scenarios. You can save those. You can move up on the service level here. You can essentially view all the trade-offs, and then that will adjust the order recommendations, and really give you that optimal way of looking at your business and really managing the inventory costs. That's all I want to show today. So thank you for your time.